Hey, what's going on with y'all? It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. We got Michael K. Williams today, best known as Omar from The Wire. Now, obviously, as soon as I dropped that video the other day, on Monday, when I dropped that Trayvon Martin video, I think soon as that video uploaded, I started seeing all the blogs and stuff posting that Michael K. Williams had died. And yet again, it was just another, just like another moment of I'm not really surprised, Like at this point in life, with as much death that we've experienced and as much like, sacrifices that we're starting to be aware of throughout the industry, it's hard to be like really surprised anymore when I see a big face pop across the screen and you see that dead at 54 or dead at 56. When you see World Star posted or somebody, it's just like as soon as you see that dead at whatever age they are, it's just like, wow, another one. The first thing I could really start with is just the fact that, like, let's think about how many like prominent figures / celebrities or whatever, how many of them are actually dying in today's time. From like 2017 to right now, think about how many rappers, actors, and so on have died from the entertainment industry. Like, I think it's been like no other time throughout the history of the damn world and the entertainment industry. Just over the span of the last 4 years, we've seen like really big names up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Gone. They're checking out. Like, just think about that for a second. Like all we do, we look at it as just like another one. Like, oh shit, this is another one. But some of these folks, like, of course, we always kind of straddle the line of like, oh my God, are they really dead? Or did they really get sacrificed? Or was this, is this another character that's just being, they're taking their exit off the big screen? Because even like with this Michael K. Williams situation, yet again, an actor or a rapper or something like that, they're found alone in their apartment or, penthouse like he was in, or most of the time it's usually a hotel, but they're always alone. Think about that. Think about it. Like everyone that we get, I think with the Shock G one, which he was in Tampa. I think he was at the hotel, right? And he was alone. Michael K. Williams was alone. Remember the video we did about Pimp C, and like he left from kicking it with DJ Paul, went to the hotel. He was alone, and then all of a sudden he just died. Mac Miller, when Mac Miller was at his like studio apartment or whatever, and I think it was Studio City, California. I forget whatever he was in. He was in his house or something like that. He was alone. You know what I'm saying? And most of these are all overdoses. Like all the overdose cases that we get, they always alone. And I know it may seem simple. It's like, oh, maybe they just, doing hella drugs and shit when they by themselves or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what you want to think to kind of just make it be like, all right, what are you trying to get to? But my whole thing is there's a pattern with it. There's a pattern with it. It's like usually it would happen different, right? Like, wouldn't it happen different than, just like every single time a celebrity or actor, rapper die from a, supposed overdose, wouldn't, they be with somebody at least one time? Like, can they be with a friend? Can they be, You know what I'm saying? Like anywhere else besides by themselves alone every single time. Like just think about all the overdose cases. They were always found by themselves. They were never with anyone. You know, they were never in a room full of people that could testify and say, hey, he did overdose. So think about all the people I just named. As far as Michael K, Shock G, Pimp C, Mac Miller, and there's plenty more. I'm just going off the top of my head, so I can't just think of all of them right now. Even DMX. Think about all the ones that, you know, they gave us the overdose story. Think about it. No one was around them to confirm that they overdosed. Nobody was around. So it's like, how the hell can we always believe these stories that they put out to us? And then, you know, we get with Michael K. Williams, we get like overwhelming kind of, you know, numerology as far as the day that he died being September 6th. You know, his born date being 1966, which is basically 666, all within, you know, his date of dying. 1966, being born, dying on September 6th, which a lot of you may know by now that, you know, because it's getting out more and more that that was the same day as Idris Elba's birthday, which they started their careers basically at the same time on the same show. Then Michael K. Williams, not to mention that he started his career basically like all of them kind of do, starting to play a gay role, even though he was like a gay thug. You know what I'm saying? He was a tough guy. But it's just like so many other actors that when they start their career, All right, y'all, before I got rudely interrupted, I was basically saying, you know, how a lot of actors start their career basically doing gay roles. You know, and it's not to, you know, as I always say, it's not to come at anybody that, you know, may choose and to live that lifestyle and who is gay and whatever, you know. It's not to point anybody out, but it's just to point out the fact of what they try and do to straight men when they come into the industry, and especially with straight black men. You know, obviously it's not held to just black men, but it's you know, it's definitely a lot more common amongst black actors and, you know, comedians and so on, which we already know that. You know, it kind of reminds me of that movie. I think I talked about it on the channel before. That movie Moonlight, of the young actor that played, I think he starred in the Wu-Tang series and shit that's like on Hulu. You know, but that very first role that he played, or at least that he was like, that was like his stepping stone, his big first role, he was gay. And I think I talked about that because in that one scene, he was jacking off the boy on the beach. And remember, that same boy was one of the stars, like the main, you know, characters of the Central Park 5, that show that they did on Netflix. He was like, you know, he played one of the Central Park 5, the young boy, the young actor. And him and the other dude, I can't remember their names. Right now. But him and the other dude, they basically, you know, they started off their careers with those gay roles. And this is actually it right here. So yeah, that's his name, Ashton Sanders. That's his name. This is the guy that played in Moonlight and then went on to do a bunch of other roles. Like, he's basically up and coming right now. And this was the other guy right here, Jarrell Jerome. And his next, like, you know, biggest role, kind of, in my eyes at least, was the shit that he did on Netflix outside of Moonlight, that he did with Ashton Sanders. And this dude, he went on to do, he went on to do a couple other shows and movies or whatever. I think he got one. Oh yeah, there it goes. It's called All Day and a Night on Netflix, and that movie is kind of good. But overall, my whole point of this was just to, kind of give you an example of how a lot of actors start their careers off, especially black actors. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what these guys step into when they go into the industry. They all sell out, and we can't be surprised at the way that they roll their deaths out because we already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to get on here and make this an entire, 30-minute video of just trying to like beat it in y'all head that this was, a cult related, this was a sacrifice, or the fact that he might have, this might have been, he might not be dead, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because I don't know how many times I've ever, I've said it across this channel at the fact that we don't see anything. Like, we never see anything. And then it just makes me think of my point that I was just going over about the fact that no one is ever with them when they die. It's like, damn, is one celebrity gonna die around somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like shit that happens in real life. It's always some shit they was found in their apartment and they don't even know how long they been dead. They could have been dead a whole day before somebody just up and decided to find out if they was dead. You know what I'm saying? That's even that's like with the girl, the IG model that died recently. Like, supposedly there was a welfare check done on her house. So you would assume that someone maybe hadn't heard from her. They're like, okay, let's go get the police to go check out her house. You know what I'm saying? But that's just odd as hell. Like, usually in regular everyday life, if somebody ain't answered your call in a day or some shit, you're not thinking about calling the police to go, go check her house and make sure she okay. Or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Usually don't happen that way. It's just like, oh shit, they ain't answer the call, talk to them another day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking in terms of regular life. We get these like really just, fishy seeming stories with these celebrities that get sacrificed, every single time, to the point where I'm just like, it's damn near hard for me to believe any piece of the narrative they try to give us when these celebrities die. And I damn sure ain't gonna believe, no matter what y'all try to pull up, or that he done talked about drugs and all of this shit, I will never believe he died of an overdose of fentanyl. They love using that one. They love, it might have been fentanyl. They love it. Lil Peep was the same way. And you can go and be like, oh, Lil Peep, he did drugs. He was on them drugs. So he could have overdosed off fentanyl. No, he was killed. He was killed. He was sacrificed, just like Michael K. Williams. And then it's like mockery. Like, it's like crazy mockery for them to do it on Idris Elba's birthday. And they both played in the same damn show when their careers started. You know what I'm saying? It's like they telling us. It's like they give you a puzzle to go solve on some shit. Here, go connect all the dots to why we sacrificed him on this day, this time, around this time of the year. Like, here you go. Go have fun trying to chase this shit. That's almost like what it is every single time. Which is why I said, I wasn't gonna just come on here and just go off for 30 minutes because there's no need to. Half of y'all already knew what was going on. Y'all sent me the shit. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? It's just another one. I just wanted to kind of talk about this in a different way. As far as them always being alone and just how many people we are seeing die in the last couple of years. Just so we could kind of think about those things instead of just being so wrapped up in everything else, because we know what is going on. We know this was a sacrifice. you know? So with that being said, man, I'm going to stop the video right here. Definitely be sure to leave y'all thoughts in the comments, and just, you know, whatever else you was able to piece up and find around his death. Because I'm pretty sure there was probably a couple more connections. And y'all already know what's going on, man. I'm going to be coming back at y'all with another video really soon. So watch out for that. Stay tuned. It's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.